I just got in from performing at the Bristol Know Show, which was very exciting. It was on Wednesday, the 30th of July at the Wardrobe Theatre. The Bristol Know Show is a night that shares knowledge through the lens of comedy. Live, laugh, and learn as our lovely lineup of geeks share their passions, from dinosaurs to DNA to the ABCs of sign language. That's the blurb that they give. All the other people on the bill were talking about astrophysics and the Odyssey and Kepler's law and bug colonies and rearing sheep, whereas I decided I would try and convince a room full of nerds that they should be listening to the band Rush, because Rush are bigger nerds than them. If you don't know me, my name is David Hoare. I'm a musical stand-up comedian, but for this set I spoke for 10 minutes passionately about how nerdy Rush are. Here's how I got on.
Please welcome to the stage, David Hoare!
How's it going? Are you good? Just gotta make sure I set my timer so I don't overrun. Hi, my name is David Hoare. That's my real name. Thank you very much. H-O-R-E, Hoare. Hooray! Hooray! People like to ask me if I got bullied for having the surname Hoare at school. And I go, no, not for that. It's fun. I've only got 3 slides because I've got ADHD. I'm the first comedian with ADHD. If you don't know what ADHD is, I've written this song just to help you out. With ADHD, you get easily distracted. Cats clean their assholes with their own tongue. But when I do it, apparently I'm gross and she'll leave the cat alone. Well, that helps. Science, good. Okay, they've given a man with ADHD a laser pointer. I might just do this for 10 minutes and be like, it's awful. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about the band Rush. Oh, okay, nice. I was going to say, give me a cheer if you're a nerd. Give me a cheer if you like the band Rush. Not enough of you. Okay, guys, you're all nerds. Yes, I can see you're all nerds. I can see you. I should not point the laser pointer at you. I'll blind you. You're all nerds, and you should all listen to Rush, because, check out slide 2, Rush are fucking nerds! This is what this talk is about, by the way. Everyone else is like, oh, science and facts. I'm literally just going to tell you for a while why Rush are fucking nerds. If you don't know the band Rush, they're a Canadian prog rock band. They formed in 1968. The bassist and singer Geddy Lee, he's a keyboardist and bassist. He's a child of Holocaust survivors, which is fucking crazy. The guitarist Alex Lifeson, who's a child of his parents escaped Second World War in Yugoslavia, and a drummer John Rutsey, who was only around for 1 album because A, he couldn't tour with them because he had diabetes. But 2, arguably more importantly, he wasn't a fucking nerd. Wasn't nerdy enough to be in Rush. He did 1 album with them. He wanted the band to sound like Cream and Bad Company and singing songs about like girls and cocaine and stuff. And the other 2 were like, no thank you, we want to be fucking nerds. So they've got a new drummer in called Neil Peart, who may be the best drummer, rock drummer of all time. Absolutely fucking amazing. He had 2 weeks to prepare before doing his first gig with them. Their first gig was supporting Uriah Heep to 20,000 people. Yeah, right. And so he went and did that, and that was nice. And then they just went on tour, writing the second album in a van. Just like guitar in a van, and they do it. The old drummer had written the lyrics to the first album, which was mostly about like shagging and having a job. Literally. And they were like, we need someone to write the lyrics. And this new drummer spent the whole time in the van reading, like a fucking nerd. So they were like, do you want to write lyrics? And he was like, okay. So their second album, they had songs like Rivendell. Have you heard of Lord of the Rings? Of course you have, you fucking nuts! And By Tor and the Snow Dog. Rush, fucking nuts. I do have notes. You probably don't believe me. It just says Rush and fucking nuts. A song called By Tor and the Snow Dog, which is an 8-minute epic split into 6 parts. The final part is called Epilogue. Why? Because... Thank you very much. And so they were like, okay, we're great. We've got all 3 nerds together. We're going to write more albums. So they wrote another album called Caress of Steel. The first side of their vinyl, 4 songs long. Fine. The second side, 1 song long. There was a song called The Fountain of Lamb Neth. Split into 6 parts called In the Valley, Didax and Narpets, No One at the Bridge, Panacea, Boomcast Plateau, and The Fountain. Why? Because Rush are fucking nerds! Fantastic. Now, this third album was written whilst the band were higher than Snoop Dogg on a ladder. So it didn't perform well critically or commercially, and so the record label were like, you get one more chance to write an album, and if it doesn't go well, no more record deal for you. And also, stop writing songs like fucking nerds. Write normal songs, please. And Rush went, okay, cool. And then they went away, and the first song on their new album was 20 minutes long. The album's called 2112. The first side is called 2112. It's 7 parts split into Overture, The Temples of Syrinx. Discovery, Presentation, Oracle, The Dream, Soliloquy, and Grand Finale. It tells the tale of a planet where authoritarian government of priests have banned music. But one guy finds a guitar in a cave, and he uses this new level of creativity to go take on the priests, and then the space police come along at the end and arrest all the priests. Why? Because if you didn't listen to Rush already, I hope you're getting ready to listen to Rush when you get home. I will say, the second side, they did write some shorter songs, but they were literally about the TV show The Twilight Zone. Because Rush is right. Exactly. Okay, so then the record label heard this album and were like, what the fuck have you done? Why have you done this? And they weren't impressed. But do you know who was impressed? The record buying public, who are fucking nerds! They sold 1 billion copies. They were platinum. They sold 3 million copies a day, which is the second highest album they have. And it basically just meant the record company felt like they couldn't tell Rush what to do anymore. So didn't know, they were like, don't be nerds. They're like, we're going to be nerds. So they were nerds. Sold all the records in the world. And that allowed Rush to become more nerdy than before! Yeah! The next album, A Farewell to Kings, my personal favourite, ends with a 3-part epic about black holes. Called Cygnus X1 Book 1, The Voyage. And their next album opens with the sequel to that, Cygnus X1 Book 2, Hemispheres. Because why contain the nerdity to one album? It also contains a song on that album called The Trees, a short story about the conflict between maple and oak trees in a forest. Because why just do black holes when you can do drendology, which is a word I don't know today. And then on the next album, which is called Permanent Waves, they decided they weren't going to be a prog rock band anymore. They were going to transition into a new wave band like the Police and Talking Heads. And you're like, oh, you're going to stop being nerds now. No! The next album ends with a song called Natural Science, split into 3 parts, Tidals, Hyperspace, Permanent Waves. Why? Because correct. The next album is called Moving Pictures, their most successful album, some of you might know this. It opens with their most famous song, Tom Sawyer. Yeah, Master of Puppets is Metallica's most famous song was about taking drugs. All the Fleetwood Mac songs about taking drugs. Rush are like, most of the songs about a book. Which is nice. The second song is called Red Barchetta on the album, and it's a sci-fi fantasy about a dystopian future in which cars are banned, but the protagonist's uncle has a secret car where he drives on weekends. He gets chased by a giant robot car. The third song, arguably the most nerdy song, is a track called YYZ. Give me a cheer if you've heard of YYZ. A bunch of you, more of you need to listen to this. You have homework. I know you all like homework because you fucking nerds. YYZ is the airport code for Toronto, where the band are from. Obviously, they toured a lot for years. They were a band from 1968 to 2015, so they were going in and out of Toronto airport all the time. So they heard the Morse code for YYZ a lot. Third slide. Whoa. So they heard that Morse code a lot, and because they're fucking nerds, they were like, let's write a song based on that. But did they write a song? No. Instrumental. How is a song with no words more nerdy than the rest of it? So, as you can see, if you don't know Morse code, it's where's the light? Yeah. Dash dot dash 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 dot dash 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 dot dot, which roughly translates to why? Hooray! And so they pretty much just continue to be nerdy after that. On the same album, they've got an even nerdier topic, which is social awkwardness. A song called Limelight, which contains the lyrics, I can't pretend a stranger is a long-awaited friend. And their next album had a song called Subdivisions on it, arguably their most nerdy song, because it's the universal truth of nerdiness, which is about being bullied at school for not conforming. So, they did 19 albums between then and 2015. I can't even mention all the other nerdy shit like the bassist learned how to play bass with bass organ with his feet so he could play keyboards and sing at the same time. Not to show off to get the girls, but just to serve as nerdiness. And the drummer had a second drum kit behind him during the drum solo. He'd stand up, the entire drum kit would spin 180 degrees, and he'd play a drifting drum kit because he's nerds. So yes, I thoroughly recommend you go home and listen to YYZ. They're a pretty impenetrable band, so best of luck. But like, if you do listen to it, they've got loads of songs about like empathy of being a nerd and an outcast, and also it just really shows that if the corporations that don't do that, you can just stick to your nerdy guns and make fucking millions and millions of dollars. So go be nerds in the world, go listen to Rush, you're awesome, I've been David Hoare, goodbye!
Thank you very much to Lynsey and Char for having me, and well done to all the other acts on the bill. What a lovely evening. If you enjoyed what I've just done there, give us a subscribe. I've got a new podcast on the way, which is quite exciting. And also tell me what your favourite Rush song is in the comments. Have a wonderful day.